Happy New Day, CSA.
Happy New Day, Reverend.
Now, how feels each and every one of you this wonderful, lovely new day?
Awake and ready.
How feels wonderful, wonderful, beautiful, handsome, enlightened, prosperous, and fantastic you this wonderful, lovely new day?
Awake and ready.
I welcome all of you with plenty of love to today's lesson sermon. Our topic for today is purity. In today's challenge that the world is facing, the COVID-19 pandemic, one thing has become very, very evident, and that is personal hygiene. We are told to wash our hands. We are told to use hand sanitizers. We are told to use facial masks. We are told to practice social distancing, and we are told to do things which will boost our immune system. And for us here at CSA, this shouldn't be anything hard for us to do. But my duty to each and every one of you is to keep reminding you of the basic truths of life, which we share with you most of the time. We will take today's lesson sermon, the topic and everything, from Roy Eugene Davis's commentary on the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, which he titled in his book, The Science of Self-Realization. The second chapter is titled Kriya Yoga, which means righteous actions which leads to the realization of our conscious oneness with God. Righteous actions which lead to the realization of our conscious oneness with God. And from the 40th and 41st verses, I read, purity contributes to good health and avoidance of disease. That is, one who is established or who practices and maintains and observes purity enjoys good health and immunity from sources of contagion. And the 41st verse also reads, from purity of the elevating principle of the mind arise serenity and cheerfulness, improved powers of concentration, victory over the senses, and fitness for the direct perception of God. Reading the last sentence, fitness for the direct perception of God, reminds me of the great saying of Christ Jesus in his famous Sermon on the Mount, found in Matthew chapter 5 verse 8, and I read, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. So when we wake up in the morning, we're supposed to begin the practice of purity from the get-go. Meditation is the first thing when you wake up. Your relationship with God is number one. And meditation is the practice of sitting, opening our hearts and minds to the presence of God for us to realize consciously our oneness with God. And through that also, we not only know that we are one with God, but our mind is flooded with divine ideas, with inspiration, which helps us to act in a certain way to fulfill our purpose on planet Earth. But our purpose on planet Earth can also not be fulfilled without a healthy body and a healthy environment. Because we're supposed to make this world a better place than we made it. And so I will share with you series of practices besides meditation, cleansing routines for the body and mind, and then our environment. In Ayurveda, we have certain practices known as dinacharya, that is daily regimen, a daily routine. When you wake up in the morning after meditation and prayer, you wash the face and fill the mouth with water. And then whilst the mouth is filled with water, you open your eyes and you splash cold water on your eyes, directly on your eyes. This helps to strengthen the eyes and give clear vision. Now, secondly, there is another opening of the body, the nostrils. You put saline water, lukewarm saline water, you drop it into the nostrils, open the mouth, and using a neti pot, let the water flow through the other nostril, and then turn and then cleanse it. You can also, if you do not have a neti pot, you can put a little bit of coconut oil to massage both nostrils. After that, you can put a drop or two of sesame, warm sesame, not hot, but warm sesame or coconut oil into the right ear and into the left ear. And then you come to the mouth. Now, with the mouth, you first use a dental floss to clean in between the teeth. A dental floss is a string, okay, which is used to clean in between the teeth. And then also you use a metal scraper to cleanse the tongue. And then after that, you gargle with saline water, warm saline water. Now, when you finish with that, you can now go ahead to use a dry towel to rub the skin. Okay, rub the skin, rub it of dead skin cells, and then oil your body, take a hot shower, and then cleanse your body. Now you have the internal organs also. I will urge you to measure 16 handfuls of water which fills your particular stomach. Drink it first in the morning. It will help flush the system, make your body, urinate through the other opening, which is the genital and the anus. You'll be able to urinate and pass stool. It helps you to do that. It flushes the system. Now, having done this, then you see to exercise. Brisk walk for at least 30 minutes to an hour, or hatha yoga practices. These are things that you know how to do. And then you eat healthy, organic food, preferably vegetarian. Now, then you should know that all actions that you take impacts on your environment. And therefore, you should know that your environment is an extension of yourself, because everything that we see in our environment is the extension of our thoughts, feelings, and actions, which has materialized as our environment. So, in keeping our bodies, our mind clean, it must also reflect in our environment. When we have these three, you will find out that sources of contagion are removed from us. We remove ourselves from the sources of contagion. And finally, I will go to Philippians chapter 4, verse 8, and I read, "Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there is any virtue and if there is any praise, think on these things." Namaste.
Namaste.